This is a Decentered media vlog with me, Rob Watson. Conversations about community media. Visit decentered.co.uk or follow on Instagram and Twitter at Decentered Media. Hello, Rob Watson here. It's Sunday the 19th of September and I've come out to the Jubilee Square in Leicester. It's turned out to be quite a nice day. I've been out for a good long walk, just lunchtime-ish. Had a lazy morning and then I wanted to go for a walk and try doing a video walk, video and sound walk, walking tour. So I walked up to Ayleston Meadows and then I walked back into town along the River Soar. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. This is a Decentered media vlog, and what I want to talk about is some of the things that have been happening over the last few days, last few weeks, since I last caught up with you, from the perspective of getting things going with Decentered media and things like the Leicester Stories project and the podcasts. And so what I've started to do is what I've called a community reporters club, which is kind of not as grand as it sounds. Not that it sounds very grand either, but it's I just thought there's a load of people out there like myself who are engaged in community media and like creating stuff and developing things and thinking about how we can use our media in more inclusive, diverse, participatory ways that isn't hung up on status or professionalism and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, it'd be nice for us to get together at some point and to just have a chat. So what I've started is once a week is to do a Zoom call. I kind of need to publicise it a little bit better, but I'm going to get onto that today and tomorrow to start emailing people and asking people if they want to come along. But there's a requirement, which is that it's going to be, you have to sign up to the Decentered Media Patreon to take part in it. And the reason for that, as low as £1, I think, is the minimum payment per month. And the reason for that is there's just too many things that we give away for free that people don't really value. And I'm guilty of this myself as well. But if you put a small outlay there that people have to go through the process of signing up for it, then perhaps we kind of will use it in a slightly different way than we would do if it was just an open session. Plus, and I'm happy to be as transparent as needed on this, the funds that are raised through Patreon will be used specifically for the Community Reporters Club activities. So whether that's any kind of visitors and speakers, events, hosting fees, the Zoom costs alone do stack up. And so far we've got about 9 people have signed up via Patreon for this. So if anybody wishes to, just go to patreon.com and look for Decentered Media, and then each week I'll send you a different link to the next following Tuesday's session. And really what I want the sessions to be about is just like a drop-in, as if we were meeting for a coffee, so it's just a chance for a chat. And depending on who turns up and what the topic of conversation is at that point, whether it's tips, whether it's listening out for things on the grapevine, whether it's do we know anybody who's done similar things, or we're thinking of doing something and we want to bounce some ideas around. It's really just a case of having a conversation about what we are up to and what we're learning from that. And it's no more than an hour, so kind of 55 minutes max really. So we all want to go and have our dinner. So it's 6 p.m. till 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. And I know that might clash with other events and other meetings. Tuesday's a popular evening for holding things, holding meetings. We can shift it in time if it feels like it would be on more productive to hold it on a different day. I'm not fixed to that, and I'll also keep the breakout rooms open, or I will open the breakout rooms, because I think it's nice if there's a couple of people there who want to catch up, they can just jump into a breakout room for themselves and say hello and connect, and there's no need to ask permission about what anybody's doing, and let's build it up. I know from experience that these things take some time to get established, and for people to learn to for it to become a routine, if you like. So if you know anybody who you think would welcome being part of this and would like to sign up and take part at some point, then do send them a link. I'll put the details, there are some details already on the Decentered Media website, and I tweet about it on an occasional basis. Maybe I should be doing more tweeting, but also I'll send out some emails as well, so I want to try and put together a community media email list to be able to kind of contact people, and it's like a kind of self-help network in a way, but the view of media that I take is very agnostic. I'm very much open to any kind of media that people feel that they want to use to bring their connections, their community together. I'm not bound by what platform it's on and how you produce it and what standard of production and all that kind of stuff. I think it's quite integral to the process of developing a sense of community communications, which is, if you like, underpins this, that we're able to network in this kind of way without feeling that we've got to justify and set targets and performance indicators and that kind of stuff. If it's just a group of people who kind of get on together and wish each other well and let each other blow off a bit of steam occasionally, or want to celebrate something as well, then that's great. That's the aim. And it kind of fits in with something I've been reading, and I've been meaning to read for a long time, and I've kind of got around to it. So it's Rules for Radicals by Saul Alinsky, and I've just got to the section, I think it's about page 73, something like that, where he's talking about, and I'll be keen to find out more about this. He's talking about the role of curiosity for community organisers. Let me just find the page where I've kind of written this down. He talks about curiosity and irreverence, and he says what makes an organiser, I can't even read my own writing, maybe I should go back to the book. So that's not a bad idea. Let's open the book. I write quite extensive notes, but I can't reread them. So he says, curiosity, what makes an organiser organise? He, by which we mean he or she, is driven by compulsive curiosity that knows no limits. Warning cliches such as curiosity killed a cat are meaningless to them. For life is, for the community organiser, a search for a pattern, for similarities in seeming differences, for differences in seeming similarities, for an order in the chaos about us, for a meaning to the life around them and its relationship to their own life, and the search never ends. The community organiser goes forth with the question at his mark and suspects that there is no answers, only further questions. The organiser becomes a carrier of the contagion of curiosity, for a people asking why are beginning to rebel. The questioning of the hitherto accepted ways and values is the reformation stage that precedes and is so essential to the revolution. And he follows this, another paragraph, irreverence. Curiosity and irreverence go together. Curiosity cannot exist without the other. Curiosity asks, is this true? Just because this has always been the way, is this the best or right way of life, the best or right religion, political or economic value, morality? To the questioner, nothing is sacred. They detest dogma, defies any finite definition of morality, rebels against any repression of a free, open search for ideas, no matter where they may lead. They are challenging, insulting, agitating, discrediting. They stir unrest. As with all life, this is a paradox. For the irreverence of the community organiser is rooted in deep reverence for the enigma of life and an incessant search for its meaning. It could be argued that reverence for others, for their freedom, from injustice, poverty, ignorance, exploitation, discrimination, disease, war, hate and fear is not a necessary quality in a successful organiser. All he can say, that's all Lansky can say, is that such reverence is a quality he would have to see in anyone he would undertake to teach. And I think I really like that. It's got that element to it, which is curiosity and irreverence. And when I read those words, I thought, yeah, that's kind of a pretty good guide to defining how we should think about community media, and the fact that we are asking those questions about why is it done like this? Why is it done in a particular way? Who benefits from that? What is the role of this? What does it achieve? All of these are crucial questions to come into a solid ground on which we can put together an alternative approach. Don't take anything for granted. Don't leave any stone unturned, but do it in a way that generates joy, and that generates freedom, a sense of positive engagement, rather than it being something which feels that is a necessary or unnecessary burden. And I think, I continually put this in this context now, is the IPCC climate change report says, quite specifically, we need total systems change at all levels of society. And as far as I'm concerned, this includes our media. So if we adopt a mode of thinking, a mode of operating, a mode of behaving, a mode of engaging with one another, that is both curious and irreverent, but at the same time respectful and joyful, then I think we might make some inroads into taking control of the messages and the stories that we tell about ourselves, and how we explain who we are and what we do to others, and we account for our times. So if you want to get in contact with me, you can do via the Decentered Media website, which is decentered.co.uk, or you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Decentered Media. And as I say, we've got a Patreon account which would give you access to the Community Reporters Club, and also the community media, the forum that I've started, the Decentered Media Forum. And there's some sections of the forum that I'm starting off which are available only for subscribers. As I say, the minimum requirement is £1 or $1, whatever the Patreon throws up as the minimum price. I'm not bothered. You don't have to be committing yourself to anything substantial, although that would be gratefully received if it was. And we'll just try and encourage people along to have a conversation. So bring your curiosity and bring your irreverence as well. So until next time, thanks very much, and I'll speak to you soon. You've been watching a Decentered Media vlog with me, Rob Watson. To find out more, go to decentered.co.uk or follow on Twitter and Instagram at Decentered Media.